My God, how beautiful is this? This is why you don't give up as soon as weather comes along. Just wait a bit. It's probably just gonna sweep through. That being said, don't sue me. Right? You're responsible for your own butt. Oh, this is cool. Hey all, Mark here. I am back at Hart Creek Trailhead. This is the same place I started Hart Creek Interpretive Trail. Today I'm going to go and try to do Hart Creek Mountain. And I realized when I was here, it was like a Saturday or a Sunday, there was a bunch of cars here. Now it's just me. That's never real wonderful in the winter, but you know. I think it's been properly beaten up there, and there hasn't been any snow since, so that's good, right? All right. This is something I don't really put on camera much. It never really occurred to me, but when I backpack, I always, well, not always, but a lot of times I take a shot of me enjoying my coffee because it is just so wonderful to have coffee with an amazing mountain view. Well, when I come driving out to go do day hikes from Calgary, every time, little Timmy's action. I do love my coffee. Coffee and hiking and backpacking, in my opinion, go hand in hand. And I know people who like take like a frickin' French press out into the backcountry. Anyway. All right, just me against the world. Start heading up the Hart Creek Trail. I did this about a week ago, this first little bit. First task is to head along here to the Hart Mountain Trailhead. Hart Mountain. There's definitely gonna be some snow up there, but I don't think it'll be too bad. You can see why it's called Hart Mountain, right? The two tips there, looks a bit like a heart. You can see the trail here too. So I gotta go here, down there, across the first bridge, and then back, and then along there. Well, I'm pretty much done on the Hart Creek Interpretive Trail. This is the first bridge you cross. I love the story of this thing. But before the 2013 flood, it was the 7th bridge. It floated all the way down here, about almost 2 kilometers. They picked it up, dusted it off, and threw it back across the creek. Now it's the first bridge, not the 7th. It's a pretty cool little story. All right, here's the T intersection. Gotta go left, head back down over there. All right, now the work begins. Now it becomes a climb. I believe that there is Pigeon Mountain. And this is the view you get very quickly as soon as you start to climb at all. You're climbing a mountain, you got to take breaks. The beauty of it though is that you have these cool views to do it with, so why not, man? Why not enjoy yourself? Try to hide behind the trees to block the wind, but I don't think that's going to work. This is Heartland Creek Interpretive Trail. You can actually see one of the bridges, I think, here. There's a little crack where the trail ends, and there's kind of a chute. And I was standing on that back about a week ago when I came back. Or was I standing up there? Yeah, actually, I think that's the crack up there. Kind of neat to hike over something like that just about a week after. seeing a mountain, seeing your destination is both a blessing and a curse. As I've been climbing for a bit, you climb up a ways, you work, and it doesn't look any different, but it sure does look like a heart right now. That's kind of neat. Okay, first appearance of snow. There is footprints, so that's primarily what I want. I want to be tramping through a foot of snow. Hopefully someone else has done that work for me. You come to a part where you can be kind of scrambly, or there's little trails that go up around the scramble part, making it not too bad. Kind of zigzags, right? Well, things aren't looking real good. There's a lot of wind, and yeah. It's just hard to know in the mountains. Like, look at Calgary. Beautiful, right? Well, this isn't good. I've taken cover. It started to rain just a little. If I go any higher, I don't have any cover at all. So, yeah. I'm gonna wait here a bit. I mean, things pass very quickly in the mountains. But as the clouds are going, yeah, you just don't know. It's plus 14 in Calgary, nice blue skies. The mountains are a different story, right? You just don't know. Well, I have pretty much all my clothes up and everything, trying to block the wind. I have food, I have water, I have some cover right now. So I can hang out, as far as I know, I have time. If I really have to, I could be off this mountain in 15 minutes. So, if it gets worse, well then, you know, yeah. I mean, you can see what's going on here. Well, it's only been about 20 minutes since I took cover. The valley is looking better, right? Look down there, now you can actually see. But the stuff coming towards me does not look better. And now I'm getting rained on. So I'm taking cover a bit longer. I can hike in this, but what if it turns out this gets way worse? Then I don't have any cover up there. Right? As far as I know, I don't anyway. The higher I go, the less trees there's going to be. So, yeah. Well, I decided to carry on. You know, there is kind of a trail that goes up along the ridge here, and it does provide you with some cover. So, I don't mind going in that. Very soon, though, see, look, it's starting to go back up. We'll see how far I can get. Figure I might as well get a little bit of climbing done. Now things are wet, so that's not great. But, well, just another thing to deal with, right? Well, the wind has died down. I'm pretty encouraged now, actually. You can see this stuff is going that way. It was sort of coming at me, but it's kind of shifted. So now it's going that way. I don't think I'm going to get hit that much anymore. It's a bit windy, but not bad. And you can see the trees. So coming from here, it's pretty nice and clear. So, I think I'm going to be all right. Going to carry on. This is slowly blowing its way through that. It's a good time to talk about clothes. You're going to climb mountains in October. So I have, let's see, I have these kind of converted rain pants, which are basically not good for rain, but I have a pair of pants and then they break the wind really well. So my legs are comfy. I don't have long underwear on, it's not that cold yet. I have a shirt, I have a sweater, a shirt, then a T3 jacket, then a sweater, and then this big heavy jacket, toque, and mitts. So now I have two hood options, the T3 hoodie and that big guy. And I'm warm. Oh hell, the sun just came out. So even though all that wind and everything, I'm fine. And that's what comes from, you know, you bring layers. So I can take something off, I can put something on, you just adjust as you go, right? That's how you do mountains in the winter, man. And be wary of the weather. But yeah, this is actually starting to clear up pretty good now. Not bad. I think I'm gonna get a perfect view when I get up there. Here we have some wonderful individuals who decided to mark the trail. There's another one up there. So that's nice because you definitely wouldn't want to go down there and try to get up that. This is where you go up. So you've got this big long rock kind of wall here. And here you got a marker saying that this is probably the best way up. I don't know. The book talks about how down there might be the best way up, and honestly down there looks better to me. Of course, this has been recently rained on. Actually, feels like it's starting to dry up pretty good, but yeah, I'm gonna try down there. Well, that part there was a little tricky. I did like it better than where it was marked, but a bit of a penalty for slipping, that's for sure. Might not come out of that. This just gets better and better, very slowly. But this would be a part here where I would consider turning back, or at least, you know, be wary of it, especially going down. Ooh, mama, going down this. There is a loop up here that you can do. I don't have to come down this, but, well, who knows, man? I could get up there, there's 2 feet of snow, so we'll see. I might have to come down this. These markers are everywhere. God bless these guys. They do let you know where to go. Here's the next challenge. Okay, yeah, a little intimidating. Definitely gonna be using the hands and, yeah, be scrambling up. Much as I love my trekking poles, this is the spot where I'm gonna put them away. There's not really a good place to store them on this day pack, so I just buried them as best I can. Yeah, I need both my hands for this. I can't be trying to haul up trekking poles at the same time. Well, going down that would creep me out a bit, so I think I'm pretty committed to going and doing the whole loop. Just keep that in mind. You come up this way, you plan to go down this way. Yeah. What a view. The storm has even cleared out a pigeon. Well, here's a little rock pile. When you find a rock pile at the top of the mountain, check see if there's some kind of register, but nothing there. You kind of have to, it's not a very pointy mountain, so you're gonna have to hike to the back of the summit to get the views back here. And then I'm hoping to carry on to Grant Macewan Peak and do that loop. And so far, there are footprints, so that's good. Ooh. Oh my. Wow. Holy. Yay, I see footprints down there. That means other people have been doing the loop. Oh. Wow. Sheesh. Nice and flat that is. Oh. This is awesome. Well, I'm descending through snow now. I finally gave in and put in my crampons. I should have put them on going up. Was too lazy to or stubborn, but I can't preach these things enough. You know, they're always have them in your pack out in the winter. My God. There's the peak of Art. And now I'm hiking on nice flat stuff in the sun with an amazing view. It is so cool. Everything's flattened down for me. I don't have to worry about navigation. I just follow. No problem. Just love it. And the sun is beating on my face. Oh, this is so awesome. Jeez. A little surprised you can't really see Calgary. I think I can see some kind of, I think I can see Cochrane. Oh, man, this is awesome. Here you can see Hart, so there's the one. I don't think anyone bothered going to the other one. So there's the heart kind of shape. Oh. My God, how beautiful is this? This is why you don't give up as soon as weather comes along. Just wait a bit. It's probably just going to sweep through. That being said, don't sue me. Right? You're responsible for your own butt. Oh, this is cool. Well, look how deep the snow gets up here. I'm glad these footprints are here because otherwise I'd be, I have to send a shout out. Thank you to whoever broke this because I wouldn't know where to go. I'd be going back down that crooks and that would be tricky stuff. That there, I believe, is Grant Macewan. So I still have some challenges to go. But it's beautiful up here just hiking along this ridge. A little too many trees for my liking, but hey, you know, it's pretty amazing views. Hard to beat this. Oh, almost up to where I start to climb. Grant Macewan. Not bad. Hart Mountain, right? You got a little drop off there. Yeah, that'd be pretty good climb for the climbers on that side. The thing about a ridge is there's absolutely no cover and the snow is just pounding. Not the snow, the wind. I think that's Barrier Lake. Not totally sure. Oh, got a pile of rocks. See this register. There's supposed to be a register here. Oh, right there. All right, I'll do that. Well, I managed to get out of the snow, but everything inside is kind of wet. And needless to say, I did not bother signing my name. Some magic cards and stuff. Well, this is not great. It's starting to dice me out a little bit. So I started heading down, and right away, every so often the footprints go away. That's because they didn't break through, right? So you can see it a little bit, and they'll break through every so often, but because they didn't really break through in some places, the wind could easily wipe this trail away. So now, okay, I'm breaking through a little. That's going to help whoever comes after me. Now I'm a little worried about this trail. It'll probably be fine, but still, if you have some big, long part that's windswept, well, then you got to go and find it, right? Okay. I just read my book, and it seems I'm not quite done ridge walking. I thought I was heading down now. So I go down here, you can clearly see the trail. And then up there to that one, and I can see a trail there as well, so it'll be all right. Boy, oh boy, from here you get a perfect shot of exactly what I just accomplished. So, Hart Mountain, like along here, down, up there, Grant Macewan Peak, and now I've come down here. God, I love Heart Mountain. It really is a cool little, it really is a heart. Yeah, that little ridge there just does it. Makes it a heart. Yeah, even comes up here like this. Okay. Heart Mountain does not have a big pile of rocks. Grant Macewan does not have a big pile of rocks. But look at the size of the pile of rocks on this completely unnamed peak. What the hell? Is this supposed to be a ski jump? This is huge. It's got to be man-made. Like, damn. Maybe it's not man-made. Sure seems big. Woo! Okay, now I gotta head down to that guy. Then I think I start heading down for good. In retro, you can really see that station now. See something green down there. I think that might be graffiti. This is some nice cover, and I'm getting blasted by the wind on this little ridge. But I haven't taken a rest in a while, so. Oh. Whoop. Alright, I'm happy to be getting down to the trees. And now I'm hiding behind this one. This guy's really windswept. Now that causes a few problems. One is that every so often the wind randomly tries to blow you off your feet. Another is that the snow becomes quite encrusted and hard and can be actually a little bit slick. So thank God for the crampons. The third one is just something you can just resolve by being properly dressed. And you know, a little toughness, and that is that it's cold, but yeah, it's nice to be back in the bush. I'm just descending nicely. I have my toque off, my mitts off, and it's the warmest time of the day. Nothing wrong with this. I can appreciate it, that's for sure. Nice thing about the way down is at first it sucks, but then it gets easier and easier and easier. Took off my crampons. That's always nice. That's just like, oh, it's just like taking off your hiking boots at the end. Your feet just breathe and relax. It's like, oh. And there's Engagement Mountain. That's another hike I haven't done yet. Not very high though. You can see I'm basically standing level with it, and I've come down. Okay, trail down here actually isn't that obvious. I don't have footprints to follow anymore. I actually just whipped out my app just to make sure I was actually still on it. It appears I am. Yeah, no blazes or anything. Well, I stayed on what seemed to be the most obvious trail, and pretty confident I'm still on it. Always good to have your phone with an app that shows you where you are and hopefully has a trail on it. And on maps.me, and I've noticed that the same general maps are used for the other apps. Most of the time trails are on them, so works well. Shows you where you are. Maybe not super accurate, but I find like 95% of the time they're pretty much on the money. And yeah, for moments like that, they're great. Just ran into a couple of deer. Much as I like that, it means I'm not bear calling enough. And bears are still out trying to fatten up for hibernation, so it's a little lesson for me on that one. Okay, so I've reached a T intersection. So to the right is back to the highway, and then there would be a trail that I would follow all the way back to Hart Creek. To the left, and there are ribbons here, by the way. This orange ribbons are going up. And here we have a blue ribbon. And to the left is to it's a hike called Acephale Waterfall. If you go past the waterfall, you're actually going to go up to a whole bunch of climbing. Yeah, I guess some of the hardest climbing in the Rockies. And this is where climbers go to train. But apparently that's not something you want to go do. If you, I mean, even just getting to the base of where the climbing happens, you have to pull yourself up with chains, according to the book. So, just the waterfall. Okay. So I have a little Y here, coincidentally with a huge tree across. This is a much more prevalent trail on the left of the creek, and yet there's a trail that goes down there, crosses, and looks like starts up over there. When you actually look at the Acephale trail, like description, it really doesn't describe super well. It does talk about being on the right side of Acephale Creek. But like, look at this. At some point, does it cross? This is a very, very strong trail here. Well, this is only about 1 kilometer up. So if it ends up I've gone the wrong way, well, not a huge deal. Currently 940 meters as the crow flies. And all of a sudden there's water. So maybe I'll see something after all. Sweet. I'll try it this way a little bit and get a little more of the waterfall in sight. Well, I just read the description entirely and I just didn't read far enough. I mean, I was on the right trail the whole time. There's nothing over there. Not bad, man. Waterfalls are all right. Over there's the waterfall, a little trail going down. And here's the trail that keeps going up and around the fall. That would be up to the sport climbing crag. That apparently is pretty hard to even get to the bottom of, so yeah, not for me. Walking along the trail, and here's something I don't notice very often, honestly. It's like a rock inside the tree, doesn't it? Ugh. Geocache. Ugh. This is pretty brilliant stuff, man. This is a neat way to get kids out into nature. So they get to take a toy, all right? Okay, not sure what's going on here. 2016, please enjoy our cache. The whole thing is blank, nothing. And there's like a pencil in here and stuff. I don't know if no one is signing this thing or if just no one is doing this geocache thing anymore. Yeah, well, that'd be a little sad if no one does it. Yeah, well, we'll stick it back, wait for the next person to find it. Well, I decided to cross at that mystery trail, come up to the other side of the creek and just check it out. This is the trail that made me question things to begin with. No mystery trail, there's just a bunch of forest. Neat little stream. Going down and joining this creek. Anyway, satisfies my curiosity. Now you pop out onto a power line. You come down here, you cross the creek, and there's absolutely no water. Creeks are just funny things, man. They will go underground and then pop up again and then go underground again and then pop up again. You just never know. The 2004-13 flood like decimated Hart Creek. Just wiped out like all the bridges and everything. So I'm gonna assume that whatever trail was up this left bank is now toast because I can't see anything. I can see a ribbon kind of heading up the right bank. Even then, if I just kept heading down the power line, I'm sure I would get to my destination. But, yeah, you know, I like to go find trails. This is what I do. Okay, so I wandered a little bit down the creek. Not far, there's the power line. I found a trail trail does head up there, so I was like, okay, so it just cuts up that way and heads up to the power line. Well, no, I wanted about 20-30 meters down. It just keeps going straight. I'm not sure what that's about. Anyway, here's the other side of the trail that just goes right through the creek. I'll just follow this. This trail pretty much parallels the power line, which clearly has an animal trail going right out the middle, which clearly heads down to the water, because animals need water, right? Anyway, now the power line's crossing the water, and I'm just carrying on, heading over to Hart Creek so I can head back to my car. Just hiking along the highway now, pretty much. And here's a random bridge. Always love bridges. Well, no surprises, you know, the Quate Creek Trail, at least this portion of it, there's nothing to write home about. But, I mean, it's a nice connector, right? Allows you to head over to different trails, and in this case, allow me to do a loop. Otherwise, I'd be hiking along the highway. Well, that'd be super fun. Nothing like finding pee bottles along the side of the highway. That's always a fun time. Heart Mountain from one direction, now the other direction. Truly has been a big loop. Kind of fun. Well, I thought it'd just be me again, but one vehicle, they just got here. Just taking their kids for a walk, their dog for a walk. Well, even that last few kilometers of just walking straight was starting to wear me out. It's 10 after 6. I'm glad I got out of bed and started walking at 10 because, yeah, with that big loop and jumping from peak to peak and, yeah, heading up to Acephale, Ace whatever waterfalls. And it's been over 8 hours, so, yeah. That's pretty fun, though. Gotta say, it was a pretty good time. Always. That's always what I say. I never completely poop on a trail, but yeah, it's, you know, that was pretty good. A nice little mountain to be doing in October. Well, get out there and hike. Have fun.